This is Spotlight TV, and I am your host, Christian Lestat. You say, for the people at home, who are you here with today?
We're here with Brian O'Halloran, actor, writer, kind of director for theater.
Now, you've been in Clerks 1 and 2 and the cartoon, right?
That's true.
And been in several appearances in the Kevin Smith films.
Absolutely. I'm mostly known for those films, predominantly.
Now you're going to be planning on doing any more Kevin Smith films?
Right now, Kevin is actually shooting his latest horror film. I'm not involved in that one, but you never know. In the future, we'd probably work together again, I'm sure.
Now, with Clerks 2, was that just as much fun filming as Clerks 1?
You know what, I think it was even more fun because for Clerks 2 we actually knew that we were there to shoot that whole movie, and that was our primary job. When we were shooting Clerks 1, we had real jobs, day jobs. You know, Kevin really worked at that store, and I was working another 9-to-5 day job, so Clerks 2 was definitely a lot more fun.
Now, were you happy that they didn't use the part scene where you got shot?
When I first read it in the script in the original that I get shot, I thought it was a weird type of way to end it, but you know, we shot it anyway, and no pun intended, and people who saw the first screening of it, some people said, yeah, you really shouldn't do that, and Kevin listened to that advice and took it out, and to be honest with you, if I was shot and dead, we wouldn't have a Clerks 2.
Now, how did you get involved in acting?
I got involved in acting through a bunch of friends encouraging me to go out for stuff. And then I did a lot of the local community theater in New Jersey and got really good reviews from performances and shows, and auditioned for Kevin, who was using a playhouse that I had worked out of.
Now you're doing a lot of film fests and stuff. Well, where are you going on after this one?
After this one, there's the Detroit Fan Fair, which is in Halloween weekend. There's also one before that, actually, in Youngstown, Ohio, a Halloween expo.
Now, within the Film Fest, would you say that is an event for filmmakers and actors and that to network with each other?
Oh, absolutely. Any film festival in general is a great place for a film festival, you know, actors, writers, producers to get together, enjoy each other's work, first of all, but also talk about future projects with each other. And, you know, it's these type of people that get the industry moving along, and usually the more interesting and cutting-edge work is usually found at the independent film festivals.
Now, what has been the biggest event you went to this year?
This year, I went to the Nashville Film Festival earlier. That was in April. I was a judge on the new directors panel. I would say that was the biggest one right so far this year.
Now, have you been in Erie, Pennsylvania before?
No, this is my first time here.
So what's the next biggest projects you got coming up?
The next big project I'm shooting is funny enough, is a horror film called The Gathering. It's got Robert Englund and Linda Blair, Debbie Rochon, Ken Faree, Gunnar Hansen. It's a huge, I think it's like 25 horror icons put together in one film. It's about the devil gets four of the greatest horror writers in history together and gives them a deal, give us your best short story, and I'll let you out of purgatory. So you're seeing, it's almost like Creepshow, you're seeing 4 different short films, and you'll see what happens.
Now, for advice, there's a lot of people that are your fans that are watching this. What's your advice for them, you know, for getting out in the acting world, you know, inspiring people?
Getting into the acting world, you know, take classes, I would say first, so you know the basic rudimentary type of terms and techniques. Get yourself out there, helping out even behind the scenes before you get yourself even in front of the camera. Go to your local playhouses, like here in town you have the Erie Playhouse and many others, and I think that's the way to start out. And then from there, move your way to another city that has casting houses like Pittsburgh or Philadelphia or New York or Chicago, Cleveland, and then work your way up from there. And then there's just go to film festivals. You never know who you're going to meet filmmaker-wise.
Got any shout-outs you want to give quickly?
Shout out to Erie for putting up with us, man. It was a fun time here, and the people here are so nice, and a lot of people here in town have been very helpful, and big shout out to Greg who put this whole thing together.
Now, can we get, for a closing statement, like a quote from the movie's Clerks?
Sure. The big question was, when people saw me, are you even supposed to be here today? And I'm not even supposed to be here.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Listen here, sport. You want a videotape? I'll take your camera. Put that on. Listen here, sport. You want a videotape? I'll take your camera. Put that on. Listen here, sport. You want a videotape? I'll take your camera. Put that on.
I guarantee you that. Christian Lestat.
Sorry, am I in your way? No. Go that way. Go that way.
Well, I have to go that way.
Yes, you have to go that way. And I'm telling you on camera, you have to go that way.
Why is that?
Start walking or you're going to get locked up.
Is there a law that says I have to go that way?
I'm going to count to 2. I don't care about a camera. Cameras mean nothing to me. I'm going to count to 2.
Okay.
Start walking. 1, 2, keep going. See ya.
Have a good day, sir.
Yep.